let's now look at effectiveness of in working capital management. So what we have discussed so far about efficiency in the management of working capital, and now we are discussing effectiveness in working capital management. Meaning what? Meaning how effective we are in getting our money back from our customer, how effective we are in in keeping our inventory for as less number of days as possible. And for that, what we need to understand, we need to understand four things. Number one, we need to calculate something which is known as number of days of inventory carried. Number of days of inventory carried, that means what? It can be, one variation can be total inventories divided by COGS, which is further divided by 365 days. And what does it tells? It tells us number of days of inventory that we carry. That this is what it will tell. In total inventories divided by COGS, which is further divided by 365 days. That means COGS divided by 365 days tells us as to how much is our per days COGS. And depending on how much is our per days of COGS, if we divide the total inventories by the figure of per days of COGS, it gives us the idea number of days of inventory or number of days of COGS that we are carrying in our business. Obviously, जितना कम उतना बेटर, जितना कम उतना बेटर, राइट? जितना कम उतना बेटर. Okay, then we look at the raw material inventory, which is nothing but a variant of total inventories only. So raw material inventory, how many days of raw material we are carrying at any given point in time? I'm sure all of you would agree with me. Why should we carry too much of raw material with us if we can manage with less raw material? Because if we carry too much of raw material with us, remember, it is going to cost us in many ways. It's going to cost us in terms of the warehousing cost. It's going to cost in terms of obsolescence. It may cost in terms of pilferage. It may cost in terms of wastages, or it will also cost us in terms of इंटरेस्ट कॉस्ट. बिकॉज जितना हम इन्वेंट्री कैरी करेंगे उतने हमारी बैंक बोरिंग बढ़ने के चांसेस हैं. जितना हमारी बैंक बोरिंग बढ़ेगी उतना ज़्यादा हम इंटरेस्ट पे करेंगे. सो दैट इज़ द रीज़न वी कैलकुलेट अनदर रेशियो विच इज़ रॉ मटेरियल इन्वेंट्री divided by raw material consumption of the year as a whole divided by 365 days. That means it gives us this gives us the raw material consumption for a day. And when we divide the raw material inventory by the number of raw material consumption per day, we get to know as to how many days of how many number of days of inventory we are carrying, or raw material we are carrying. And once again, जितना ये कम होगा उतना इफेक्टिव वर्किंग कैपिटल मैनेजमेंट साबित होगा. Further, we have another variation, and that is work in progress. Again, work in progress is divided by COGS, which is again divided by 365 days, and this will give us an idea as to how many number of days WIP we carry at given point in time. I am sure by experience we all know this. जितने कम डेज की हम WIP कैरी करेंगे उतना हमारे लिए अच्छा है, क्योंकि उतनी हमारी कैपिटल कम लॉकअप होगी. And the fourth variant is finished goods divided by COGS divided by 365 days. And once again, the same reason. So जितना finished goods हम कैरी कर रहे हैं उसको हम पर डे के COGS से डिवाइड करेंगे, तो it will give us an idea as to how many days of finished goods we are carrying. और सीधी सी बात है, why should we carry finished goods for too many days? As a matter of fact, as a good management, as an effective management, what a company should aim that as soon as goods are produced, they should immediately be shipped. And why they should immediately be shipped? Because only after you ship the goods and raise your invoice, your customer will start calculating the number of days after which he has to make the payment to you. So that's number one. And number two, what we can do, we can calculate number of days of receivables. So here we have calculated number of days of inventory and its different variant. And the second thing what we do, we calculate number of days of receivables outstanding. How do we do it? Take the total of receivables and divided it by the amount of sales, which is again divided by 365 days. So this will give us an idea at any given point in time how many days of receivables we are carrying with us. And remember, lesser the better. And if you compare this number or all these numbers with your last year's number, and if you realize that during the current year these numbers have come down, it would mean that this year your company is managing the working capital more effectively than what it did in the last year. The third ratio that we calculate is number of days of payable outstanding. That means after how many days we make the payment to our supplier. Friends, please remember, as a policy of a good business, we need to ensure that we make payment to all our suppliers and all our vendors absolutely on time. There should not be a delay of one day, and there should not be any need for our suppliers to do follow up with us for the payment. It is our responsibility as a business to ensure कि supplier जो हमको मटेरियल दे रहे हैं, जिनके मटेरियल की वजह से हम गुड्स बना पा रहे हैं और उस गुड्स को बना के मार्केट में सेल कर पा रहे हैं और सेल करके उससे पैसा कमा पा रहे हैं, वो हमारा सबसे बड़ा हितैषी है, वो हमारा सबसे बड़ा वेल विशर है. सो हमारी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है कि हम हमारे सप्लायर्स के पेमेंट को एब्सोल्युटली टाइम टू टाइम करें, उसमें एक भी दिन का डिले ना करें. बट एज अ बिजनेस, so that is one aspect as far as the commitment is concerned to the supplier. But as a business, we also need to take care of our own interest, and therefore what we need to do, we need to try and negotiate with our suppliers as long a credit period as possible. And why is that so? क्योंकि अगर हम हमारे सप्लायर से लंबे क्रेडिट पीरियड निगोशिएट कर पाते हैं तो इसका मतलब ये होता है कि उतना कम हमारा पैसा वर्किंग कैपिटल में फंसता है, जो कि हमारे बिजनेस के लिए अच्छा है. सो दैट इज हाउ यू विल डू इट. सो हाउ डू वी कैलकुलेट नंबर ऑफ डेज ऑफ पेबल आउटस्टैंडिंग? एंड वी विल कैलकुलेट नंबर ऑफ डेज ऑफ पेबल आउटस्टैंडिंग बाय टेकिंग द फिगर ऑफ पेबल and dividing it by the EBITDA cost and dividing the EBITDA cost by 365 days, and that will give us the number of days of payables outstanding. यानी कि हमें कितने जो हमको पेमेंट करते हैं, जो हम सप्लायर्स को, वेंडर्स को, वो पेमेंट करने में हम कितने दिन का समय लेते हैं. और फ्रॉम द पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू ऑफ गुड इफेक्टिव वर्किंग कैपिटल मैनेजमेंट, ये पीरियड जितना लंबा हो so much better, right? So this number of days should be as long as possible. ऊपर का जितना छोटा हो उतना अच्छा है, और ये जो पेबल है वो जितना लंबा हो उतना अच्छा है. एंड दैट इज बिकॉज पेबल इज अपोजिट ऑफ रिसीवेबल. सो व्हाट इज एप्लीकेबल टू रिसीवेबल, उसका अपोजिट इज गोइंग टू बी एप्लीकेबल टू द पेबल. And finally, what we can do, we can calculate length of OWC. I have explained to you what is OWC. OWC is receivables plus inventory and minus the payables. That is your OWC. OWC is operating working capital. So how do we calculate the OWC? So we will calculate the OWC like this कि मेरे receivables कितने दिन के रहते हैं, मेरे पेबल्स मेरी इन्वेंट्री कितने दिन की रहती है, और मेरे पेबल्स कितने दिन के रहते हैं. सो 30 minus 5, 25, and that means my OWC, operating working capital, is 25. Please remember, as a business, it should be our endeavor, of any business for that matter, it should be their endeavor that this OWC period is as short as possible. ये जो ऑपरेटिंग वर्किंग कैपिटल साइकिल है वो जितना कम होगा, जितना शॉर्ट होगा, उतना बिजनेस के लिए अच्छा है. एंड दैट इज व्हाट अ बिजनेस शुड ट्राई टू डू. Just give me a minute.